everyone, it is Neha with College Shortcuts. I hope you're having an amazing time. I just want to say hi. I know it's been a while since I have logged on, and I wanted to reach out to you guys because I know that so many people, I want to ask you one question. Does your kid hate test prep? And I'm talking about SAT or ACT prep. Do they hate it? And the reason I ask this is that most parents that I talk with hate scheduling test prep in the sense that every single time they have to book ACT appointments or SAT appointments or get that in the schedule, their kids are literally cringing. But if they ask their teenager, hey, you know what, do you want to play tennis next year? It's an automatic sure. I've got 5 days a week. I'm available 3 to 5 o'clock. I can play every game. But you know what it is? The reason is because most students and most parents think, okay, if I send my kid to tennis and we put that on the resume, they absolutely can get into a good college. This extracurricular makes them stand out. But I'm here to tell you that that's not always the case. Unless your kid is playing tennis pro or getting recruited, there's no guarantee of getting into a good college playing a sport. And I know people hate it when I say that, and I'm not telling you to quit the sport, but I'm saying that getting the right effective strategies in place are super important when it comes to the college process. And one of the things I have to tell you is that so many people forget, they say, oh yeah, my kid's doing test prep, sure. And I said, okay, great. How often are they doing it? What are they doing? And they're like, oh, they're studying like 30 minutes a week. And a lot of people don't realize this, but there's a PSAT coming up in October. And you know what's coming before that? The College Board is about to, I think they probably already have closed registration, or they'll have even a late registration available. Actually, today might be the last day, now that I think about it. Actually, I think today is the last day to register for the August SAT coming up. So I'm here to tell you that they've opened up more dates than ever for the SAT and ACT, but yet no one's prioritizing it or actually putting it on the schedule and really making sure it happens. Look, if you're a parent, you're able to book your kids' dental appointments, your kids' doctor's wellness exams, you can book their soccer practice, you sure can book their test prep. And here's my favorite is when parents will say, oh, well, you know what, Neha, I don't need to worry about it because my math teacher is incorporating it in the classroom for my kid. Well, here's my question to you. What score did your math teacher get on the SAT? Was it a 1550? Do they have the exact test-taking strategies? Did they take the most recent test? Are they pulling from the last recent test? What exactly are they doing when they mean incorporating it? Is it 10 minutes a day? Because let me tell you, professionals in any sport or any form of anything didn't do something 10 minutes a day to be good at it. Here's my question. If you have a job, are you a professional if you only did it 10 minutes a day? Probably not. So this is the thing. Your math teacher maybe got an 1150 on that test, and yet you want her or him to be in charge of your kid's test prep. Let me tell you, it's not a good idea. Now, I know I probably riled you guys up with this one because it's pretty frustrating to hear that, but the truth is, if you want your kid to be learning test prep from someone who teaches basic algebra, good luck getting a good score. And if you think that doing 30 minutes a day is enough to get a national merit scholarship or to get anywhere in the 30 range of the ACT or in the 1400 or above SAT, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, here's my question. Is it okay to tell your student, okay, well, you want to play tennis, okay, great, and they get to play 15 hours a week of that, but when it comes to test prep, you barely will donate an hour a week? Let me tell you what's more important. Test prep. And I'll tell you why. See, a good test score can absolutely guarantee your kid into a great college. But if you're not focusing that time and attention, you're not going to realize how important it is. So tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about some exciting strategies and talk a little bit about these test dates that happen almost every single month that most parents are just waiting until the last minute. The number one mistake that parents are making is waiting till senior year to take some of these tests. So if your kid is in sophomore year or 11th grade, they've got to start prepping for the PSAT now. If there is an SAT available date in August like there is, they need to start prepping now. It's July. So I'm here to tell you that test prep is a very important thing to be thinking about. The summer is a great time to be doing it because there's no other distractions, there's no sports schedules, there's no homework, there's no AP tests, there's no social engagements, there's no volunteer work, there's not a lot really happening in the summer at a massive amount. They're not even going to school 8 hours a day. So why are you not setting your kid up for success when it comes to test prep? I just want you to know the elite families that we work with are already getting tested if they're better for the SAT or the ACT. They're figuring out exactly what they need to be doing literally day in and day out, and they're setting it up on a schedule. Because here's the thing, if you can set up your kid to play a sport 2 hours a day, then you should be able to get your kid to do test prep just for as much time. Because if you can schedule that, you can schedule your test prep. If you really want to know the solution, I've got some incredible coaches on my team that are literally tutoring students globally. No joke. through Skype and getting incredible results month after month. We've seen kids get perfect scores. We've gotten kids that have gotten the 300-point increase. It's unbelievable and it's outstanding. I'm actually considering creating a product out of what my coaches are doing because they're so good at test prep. So go ahead, reach out to us. You can either comment below or email us. You can email us at accounting@eliteprivatetutors.com and reach out and let us know, or you can send a message at the top of the page. If you're loving these videos, make sure to turn on notifications. You can see it down in the comments section right here below. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos to really be teaching you about what needs to be coming up for your kid to make sure your kid is getting into the college of their dreams. Test prep is one of them, and I want you to know that if we are going to rely on just the education system and just hope that if they take an extra few classes here and there, or if they're just, kind of getting it done 30 minutes a week, let me tell you, that's not what students are doing that are getting incredible scores. The students that get top scores absolutely get coached, and they absolutely get the help that they need, and they know exactly where their areas of development are. So if you want that solution, I've only got my coach is actually booked at 85%. He's got about 2 more slots left for test prep. So if you're really wanting to get that level of score up or start to prep or think about this, please reach out. I can send you the menu of services. We can get this solved for you because we all know test scores are everything when it comes to college admission. SAT or ACT, if you can be booking your kid for sports, for dance, for art, you got to be booking them for test prep. Bye.